Hey, this is Rex, and you're watching the Brick Ninjas. Alright, so a bunch of trailers dropped yesterday during the Super Bowl, some teasers before that. I want to talk about those today. Of course, the big one that's on everybody's mind is Solo. And I guess I'll just go ahead and let's cover up some of the other ones first, because I want to spend a little more time with Solo. So Mission Impossible Fallout, that trailer dropped yesterday. That looks really good. I generally like Tom Cruise's movies. I think he picks good scripts and good directors and good stuff. He puts a lot into the movies he does. He really, he takes a lot of care. He's had some duds, like, I like the first Jack Reacher, but the second one, Never Go Back, was really bad, which was a very fitting title. And I don't know if there was some reasons that they purposely made it bad. I just couldn't, I couldn't believe how bad that movie was. But anyways, what was funny was they actually showed in the trailer, this new trailer they dropped, they showed the actual shot where Tom Cruise broke his ankle during production. And if you see, there's a shot where he's jumping from one building, it's like a profile shot on the side, to another building, and he hits his ankle just right and he broke it. He's known to be a very intense actor and to continue through pain and to do things and finish them. So I think he kind of put that in there for a reason. This movie seems like a labor of love for him. He really likes the Mission Impossible series. So I'm looking forward to that. That looks good. That looks like it's going to be cerebral and it's going to be action-packed. And I tend to like movies that have both. I really like things that make you think and have some action in them. But there's purpose for the action. It's just not just eye candy all the time. Next good one that came out, Avengers Infinity War. That was just like a 30-second little kind of teaser. Didn't see too much new there, other than maybe a little bit more of Iron Man's suit and some extra shots of Spider-Man and Thor. Just little snippets of things, just literally slivers almost. Got to see Thanos a little bit. Thanos looks like Matt Damon to me. I know he's played and voiced by Josh Brolin, and I think they base his look on him. But man, he looks more like Matt Damon than he does Josh Brolin to me. Anyways, that looks good. All the Marvel Avengers movies and all the Marvel characters, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, those have all been great movies. Black Panther's coming out. That looks really good. They all look really, really good. I think that Marvel's done a great job with all those movies. Not all of them are grand slams, but a lot of them are home runs, and a lot of them are good. They're not really bad movies. And they took a lot of care with the characters to build them up so that when they did group them together, that you actually knew about the characters and you cared about the characters and you were attached to the actors who were playing them, which is something that DC did not do with the Batman movie, or I should say the Batman versus Superman movie and whatever the last Justice League movie was. I just didn't care. I liked Man of Steel. I thought Wonder Woman was okay. It wasn't spectacular, but it was good. I really did appreciate Man of Steel. But I'm getting off topic here. Avengers looks good. Looking forward to seeing that. I have to say, thank God that the new Dundee is just a commercial and not a movie. I was like, oh no, please tell me that Hollywood's not going to ruin another 80s gem. And thankfully, that's the case, that it was just a commercial. And they were, now that I can see them as commercials, I can laugh and okay. But I was like, no, come on, Paul Hogan did Dundee. It's got to be an Australian person that does Crocodile Dundee. That's the whole point. It wouldn't make sense to have an American Dundee. It just didn't work for me. And it just looked like they were going to make him look stupid, which they didn't do with the original Crocodile Dundee. And remember this theme, make him look stupid, because this is going to come up later. This is something I've seen they've done in a lot of movies from anything from the 80s that they've brought back now. Next, let's talk about Skyscraper. So, this is a new movie with The Rock, otherwise known as Dwayne Johnson. And for what it is, it looks good, but at the same time, I can't help looking at it and thinking, Die Hard, Die Hard, Die Hard. It looks like they're just trying to create Die Hard 2.0. It still could be good. I mean, there's some differences, but he's still in a building. There's one scene where he's hanging by his leg and he hits the window, and that is that's way too close, but I don't know. Dwayne, I have to say this, Dwayne Johnson is very smart in the movies that he makes, because I don't think they cost too much to produce, but they make a lot of money. So from a business standpoint, he's smart. But from a viewer, for me, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna pass that up. But maybe for the younger generation, they'll like it. So I don't want to slam it too much. Other than that, what else looks good that's coming out? Cloverfield Paradox. That was, I don't know how Netflix did this, but they did a really good job keeping the lid on that. They dropped the trailer and said that it was available to watch right after the game. Now, I haven't watched it yet, but the trailer looked good. I didn't see the first Cloverfield because it looked, a lot of the footage is really shaky. And I just can't, like, I remember that was kind of the big thing in the mid-2000s with movies and video games. Everything's like shaky, shaky, shaky. And I just couldn't stand it. I can't stand watching that kind of stuff. I can't focus on anything. I'm not getting any information. I'm just getting a bunch of smear and what they call motion blur. So I couldn't deal with that. I did see the second one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I thought that was really good with her and John Goodman. I thought that was a great story. I wanted to know more about her character, and I was hoping that they were going to do another one with her. Apparently she's not in this new one. I haven't seen it yet. I really wanted to know where her character was going to go at the end of that last movie. But maybe there's a tip of the hat to her. Who knows? So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Another thing. Jurassic World 2 dropped into the trailer. Now, I'm going to say, basically with Jurassic Park and the whole dinosaur genre, I saw Jurassic Park when it came out, owned it on video, appreciated it for what it was. Don't really care about dinosaurs anymore. I didn't see Jurassic World. It just looks stupid to me. It looks silly. Like, we've already been here. I've already done this. You're just making it on a grander scale. And I've heard lots of mixed reviews about that movie anyways. So this one, it's just, I don't care. So that's all I can say about it. Don't care about it. I'll tell you what movie that looks good to me, and it could be really awesome, or it could be like totally stupid, is A Quiet Place. This is a new movie with John Krasinski and his wife, Elizabeth Banks. They play husband and wife that live in this world that's been invaded by aliens. And these aliens, these creatures, basically hunt by sound. So to survive, you have to be absolutely quiet. And they show these, I mean, they really set it up well in the trailers, where they walk on sand barefoot to keep things quiet. They play on carpet or soft things that won't make sound. They just keep everything quiet. And then apparently something happens where somebody makes a sound, and then all hell breaks loose. John Krasinski is a very interesting actor to me. I liked him in The Office. And then I heard he was going to be in 13 Hours, and I saw some clips of that, and I was like, I don't know if Krasinski can play a CIA operative, with a military background and stuff and experience. But man, did he knock it out of the park with that movie. And I was almost surprised he made that movie for a lot of reasons. But he did a really good job. That was an amazing movie, one of my favorites. So I'm interested to see what he does in this movie. Hopefully it's good. It's not stupid. I can see some places where the story can just seem kind of silly, because I really like Signs, but I could see the holes in that plot too. Like, if you're an alien and you're like, your weakness is water, why would you come to a planet that's 7/10 made out of water? But I suspended disbelief, and I really enjoyed that movie, so maybe I can do that with this movie. We shall see. Alright, so I've covered Mission Impossible, Cloverfield, Avengers, Skyscraper, Dundee, A Quiet Place, Jurassic World. Another movie I want to talk about that the trailers have been out for a while and it looks really good to me is Death Wish. And that is with Bruce Willis, where he plays a doctor whose wife gets murdered. And the cops are just like, yeah, we don't care. Which is kind of a realistic thing that I think some people can identify with now, is where the authorities aren't really doing their job. Which has kind of been a theme recently. And people just get, angry, and they want to take things in their own hands. So this will be an interesting movie to kind of look at that. What should have, is a vigilante really something that's good, or is it bad? Should you take justice in your own hands? Should the authorities do more? What as a society, where should justice sit? So I'm looking forward to that. It looks like it's just going to be a badass beat 'em up movie. Hopefully somewhat cerebral. So I'm looking forward to that. Alright, so let's get to Solo. I watched the teaser. Thought the teaser looked pretty good. It looked very promising. They were careful not to show the actor's face, which I can't even remember his name, Aiden something. But when I saw the trailer today, I really feel like they've miscast the role. And that's not really to put anything on the actor. Like, a lot of people liked him in these other films and other shows. But I don't think he's just not... He's got such big shoes to fill with Harrison Ford playing that original role that, I don't know. He just doesn't look like him. He doesn't sound like him. And in the few scenes I saw him acting, he just didn't act like Harrison Ford or Harrison Ford's Han Solo. Now Han Solo's kind of got a weird place for me, because the history is Harrison Ford has hated that character and has wanted to kill that character since Empire Strikes Back. He hates that character, which is odd to me, because that's the character that made him who he is. Those are the movies that made him the international film star that he is, that's made him make all the billion-dollar movies and make all the money. So I don't know why. There's certain actors that do this that really hate their first role or the role that got them noticed so much. John Cusack was like this with Better Off Dead. He hates that role. I think he just recently started accepting people bringing him posters and signing them of that film, but for a long time he wouldn't have anything to do with that movie. He had nothing nice to say about the director, but that's a whole other story. Anyways, Harrison Ford has always hated Han Solo, so it's kind of odd that they're even going to make a movie about this character. I almost wonder, though, if they're going to play him stupid, or they're going to make him stupid, because some of the stuff in the film, or not the film, but the trailer, made him appear stupid to me. And this is something that Hollywood's done with lots of movies where they reboot them, is they make the character, or the new version of the character, dumb. And I don't know why they have to do this. If it's like, are you trying to make fun of the audience with this, or what? Like, or is that you really have no imagination? That's the best take you could make on the new character, is just make them stupid. I don't enjoy stupid characters. I enjoy smart characters and witty characters. And Han Solo, or Harrison Ford's version of Han Solo, had heart, but also he wasn't dumb. He did some silly stuff, but he had heart, he had care, and he's a bit of a scoundrel, but he always did what was right in the end. So I don't think they're going to go that route with this movie. The word around the campfire is that the movie's not good. Star Wars, or I should say Lucasfilm, is already kind of gearing up for it not to do that well. And then there was all this stuff with the production of the film. You had those two directors, Miller and Lord, who were fired. And then they brought on Ron Howard. And Ron Howard's a director I really respect. He's done some great stuff. I really liked, Beautiful Mind and things like that. And he's a very serious and cerebral kind of director. But I don't know how well you can walk into a situation where you have all this footage and all this stuff, and these things already kind of maybe 75% built, and you have to recreate something from that. And that's got to be hard to do, because you're picking up somebody else's work. You got producers and Kathleen Kennedy telling you what they want to do, and you have to reshoot and possibly use old footage or not use. I mean, I don't know. This movie seems like it's plagued to fail, and with the last few movies being as female heavy as they've been, and we've talked about that with the that's kind of the slant now. I think Kathleen Kennedy really, it all has to be about the woman, which I love strong female characters. I loved Rogue One, and I really loved Jyn Erso. I thought she was an awesome character. I like Daisy Ridley in The Force Awakens. I was hoping they were going to make her more legit in The Last Jedi, but they didn't. Anyways, I digress. I'm getting the feeling that they're just going to try and make male stars or male-dominated movies. They're not going to take them very seriously, and they're going to try and make them look silly, which I think is a really crappy thing to do. So that's where I'm kind of sitting. Who else is? Emilia Clarke is in this new movie. She's good in Game of Thrones, but in everything else I've seen her in, she's just not. She's not that likable to me. I don't know if it's her fault, but Terminator was a dud. that she did. I don't know how good she's going to be in this. I am looking forward, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to seeing in this movie, is Lando Calrissian's character. I loved that character from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I almost wish they would make a Lando movie rather than a Solo movie. Because we already have so much information about Solo. We don't have a lot of stuff about Lando. He's a character that we could explore more. How did he get to Bespin? How did he get in charge of Bespin? He was apparently owned the Millennium Falcon a long time ago. I know this movie's going to talk about some of that. He's just going to be a side character. But I'm actually more interested in Lando than I am in Han Solo. Because there's not a lot of information on Lando. There's hardly any toys with Lando. And Lando's badass. I want to know more about Lando. I already know enough about Han Solo. Like, let's check out Lando. But we'll see. Anyways, that's what I think. If you guys like my new shirt today, please look in the description. I'll have a link down there below if you want to pick one up like that. And you look at my other videos, I have the same thing. Let me know what you think of Solo. Let me know what you think of Mission Impossible, Cloverfield, Avengers, Skyscraper. Are you happy that Dundee's not a movie and just a commercial like I am? Does Death Wish look interesting to you? And A Quiet Place in Jurassic World. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon with a Rogue One review. Bye.